very festive lesson at Lantrip Players. Today, we're going to focus on storytelling. So we're going to start by learning a basic plot line and what that is. Then we're going to learn how to plan out a story around a plot line. And then finally, we're going to end with telling our very own story. I hope you're as excited as we are. All right, next we're going to go into some warm-ups. The first one is called O Kalinga. Are you ready? Repeat after me. Oh, Kalinga, oh, Kalinga. Atika Teratonga, Atika Teratonga. A musa musa musa, a musa musa musa. A-O-A, ah. Great. Okay, now we're going to take that gibberish we just said and we're going to turn it into English. Ready? Repeat after me. Oh, my baby, oh, my baby. A pterodactyl took her, a pterodactyl took her. I must retrieve her, I must retrieve her. Fly away, fly away, fly away, oh. Okay, that was wonderful, way to go. Our next one is called Great Big Moose. Same thing, just repeat after me. Ready? There was a great big moose. He liked to drink a lot of juice. There was a great big moose. He liked to drink a lot of juice. Singing oh way oh. Oh yo yo yo. Way oh way oh. Oh yo yo yo. He drank his juice in bed, but he spilt it on his head. He drank his juice in bed, but he spilt it on his head. Singing oh way oh. Oh yo yo yo. Way oh way oh. Oh yo yo yo. Now he's a sticky moose. A moose all covered in juice. Now he's a sticky moose. A moose all covered in his juice. Singing oh way oh. Oh yo yo yo. Way oh way oh. Oh wee oh. That was lovely. Way to go, you guys. For our first activity, we're gonna learn what a plot line is and all of the pieces that make up a plot line.
Hey guys, it's Miss Rachel, and today we're going to learn about plot structure with How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The first step of plot structure is the exposition. The exposition is the beginning of the story where we learn the setting and the protagonist and the antagonist of the story. The setting is the time and place that the story is set in. So like in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the story would be set in Whoville. The protagonist is the main character of the story. Now, he's not always a good guy, but he is the person that we're focused on throughout the story and the guy that we're rooting for usually. The antagonist is the person who is working against the protagonist. So again, not always the villain, but he is working against the protagonist. So in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, our protagonist is the Grinch, of course, and the antagonist are the Whos. Now let's go look at the next step of the plot structure.
The rising action in the story is a section of the plot that leads up into the climax. So for example, the rising action in The Grinch would be the thought of the Grinch getting the idea to steal the presents up until the action of him actually stealing the presents.
The climax is the middle of the story where the conflict reaches its highest point. So in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, we can tell that the climax is when the Grinch is stealing all the presents from the Whos.
Next is our falling action, which leads right into our resolution. What a resolution is when the conflict is resolved and the story ends. So in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the falling action is when he comes back down the mountain and gives the presents back to the Whos, and the resolution is when the Grinch, he himself, carves the roast beast. For our next activity, we're going to take a plotline just like the one we just drew, but instead of using a story that's already been made, we're going to create our very own.
In our own story, our protagonist is Jude the Elf, and our antagonists are the bullies. And we're set at the North Pole.
So how about the rising action being Jude trying to make toys, but it not working out very well for him? And maybe the other elves in the workshop aren't very nice to him either. And he just keeps trying and trying, but nothing's working.
Now we are at the climax of our story, where Jude meets Santa and realizes that all he has to do is believe in himself to be successful.
Now we're at the resolution of our story. Jude the elf becomes the best carpenter that the North Pole has ever seen.
Now it's time for the third activity and my favorite part. Now we get to tell the story we just planned out on our plotline. While we're telling our story, why don't you guys write your own? We'd love to hear about the stories you write in the comments down below.
Once upon a time, there was an elf named Jude. Now, Jude had just had his birthday, a very special birthday.
I'm 16 years old, and I'm gonna go work in the workshop and find my specialty.
Each and every elf at the North Pole has a specialty, a kind of toy they can make the best. It was always exciting for an elf to find his specialty. However, Jude had some trouble.
How about dolls?
No.
Nutcrackers?
No.
Teddy bears?
No.
Candy cane?
No.
What can you do?
Why are you even here if you can't make a single toy?
I don't know.
So Jude, distraught, ran away from the workshop. Those mean girls had really hurt him, and he was starting to think that maybe they were right. But then, who should he run into but
Santa?
Jude, what's wrong? You should be in the workshop.
Oh, Santa. I tried. I can't make anything. I tried dolls and nutcrackers and teddy bears and even candy canes. But nothing worked.
Jude, this place runs on belief. The only reason we're able to do what we do is because children all over the world believe in us.
I know.
Then my question to you is, how can you run if you don't believe in yourself? That's where it all starts. Believe in yourself and you'll be rolling in no time.
I'll try, Santa.
You will. I believe in you, Jude.
I'll be rolling in no time. Rolling. Rolling!
Jude had an idea, a wonderful idea. He raced back to the workshop as fast as his legs could carry him. The other elves noticed he was back and continued their hurtful comments.
Look who's back.
I wonder why.
He's probably packing his toolkit.
Wait, look.
Jude had found his specialty.
Cars. Toy cars.
He soon became one of the best carpenters the North Pole had ever seen, and soon supervised all the other elves in their toy making.
Back to work. Come on.
Yes, sir.
There's only 2 more weeks till Christmas, you know.
I know, sir.
Jude was a great leader, and the workshop was more successful than ever under his keen eye. It just goes to show that if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. The end.
All right. That was it. That's the last Lantrip Players for this semester. We'll be back in January, of course, but the last for this calendar year. We wanted to do this lesson on storytelling because it's important in a theatrical sense. We do theater to tell stories. That's all theater is a bunch of stories that a bunch of people come together in order to tell. We're gonna miss y'all a lot, and we hope that you have learned a thing or two about the theatrical arts from us here at Lantrip Players. But it's not goodbye quite yet. We still have our usual questions for you. Question 1, as always, what did you learn today?
Today I learned about plot structures with my favorite Christmas story, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I learned today what a protagonist and an antagonist is.
I learned that a plot line is comprised of 5 different things: the exposition, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution.
I learned today that the conflict is the problem that the protagonist must resolve in the story.
Question 2, would you rather read stories or write them?
I think I would rather write stories because I think there's something so cool about coming up with your own original characters and breathing life into them with your own words.
If I had a choice, I prefer to tell a story rather than write one.
I myself would rather write them. I have 2 finished plays right now, and I'm always thinking of ideas for the next one.
I think that I would much rather read stories because then I can be a part of the stories myself.
Question 3. What is your favorite story?
I think my favorite story is the story of how my grandparents fell in love. They met each other at a stock show, which is like where people will raise animals and then they'll take them and show them off to everybody. And my Mimi and Papa met there, and they wrote letters to each other for several months. And then they fell in love and got married. So I just think that's really cool. They have some of their letters that they'll show to us, and it's just super neat.
My favorite story is Horton Hears a Who from Dr. Seuss.
Mine has to be Peter Pan. I love the magic and the flying and the sword fighting and the idea that all you need is faith, trust, and a little bit of pixie dust.
My favorite story would probably have to be The Three Little Pigs, no doubt.
And this last question is just for you guys. What was your story about? Tell us in the comments down below. Us here at Lantrip Players cannot describe how much fun we've had getting to teach y'all. From the videos to the live lessons, you guys have been a joy to work with, and it's brought a light to our weeks. I hope you have a very happy holiday, whatever you celebrate, and we'll see you again in January.
Everybody, we'll see you back on January 22nd. That's it for this semester. See you next year. Merry Christmas.